Hi, everyone. Hope all of you are doing fine. Today, I'm going to talk on a topic called Dream Beyond, how to dream beyond ourselves. Okay. So, I want to start with a story of Ivana. Um One day, one of our coaches visited our home. She brought her kids, and we had a wonderful time with her. Her kid, Ivana, she's so bubbly. She makes lots of friends wherever she goes. Okay, so she's very friendly. She can just make friends with anybody she is looking at, or anybody, any stranger, right? So as she came, and most of our times went on talking with her because she was so engaging on a different level, very innocent, what you call childlike faith, and just enjoying the now, enjoying people around, very much engaging, outgoing, very creative. So she started saying, when I grow up, I will have 7 or 8 floors of a 8-story building. And probably I might give one to you guys, that is to me and my husband. And she will have different compartments for animals, even for snakes and cockroaches and other things. She just loves nature. She wants to take care of a lot of things around her, people and animals and nature. And so I asked, by the time you do all that, you grow up, we will be old. So will you be able to support us? Just jokingly, I asked. So she said, yeah, I will have billions of dollars. And why not? I won't be able to spend so much. I will definitely support you guys. So I was what impressed me is her level of faith, her level of creativity, imagination. That's absolutely called childlike faith. What's most important is to observe the fact that she is willing to share everything that she has, even without knowing people much. Um, it was really mind blowing. So I told her mother, please bring her here often so I can, my mind can be expanded to dream beyond myself, and so much at ease to generate that kind of income, and to even we are supporting people, but to have faith, childlike faith is so crucial for each one of us. So coming back to today's topic, I want to take you through Genesis chapter 15, verse 5 and 6. All of us know the story of Abraham. Abraham was called as father of nations, and he had a lot of wealth. So one thing that he asked God was to give him a child. And when he, because he perhaps he was thinking how to pass on his wealth to his future generation, and he was pretty much old, but he had faith, father of faith, and he asked God to give him a child. Okay. Mm. So he was focusing on self, on passing on the wealth to his future generation. That potentially could be one of the reasons he asked. And also, so when that happened, okay, I want to read the scripture, Genesis chapter 15, verse 5. God took him outside and said, look up at the sky and count the stars. If indeed you can count them, then he said to him, so shall your offspring be. Okay. So, and Abraham believed the Lord, and he credited to him as righteousness. Okay. So when Abraham was focusing on his self, about his family, God took him out and said, look at the sky. Okay. And count the stars. Can we count the stars? So that is the amount of blessing God wanted to give Abraham, God was trying to expand the mindset of Abraham. He was asking Abraham to step out of dream beyond, basically step out of his a little circle, but to dream beyond himself, to be the father of nations. Okay, so God asked him to dream bigger and dream beyond. Okay, and Abraham was very obedient. Okay, he just did whatever God asked him to do. So much so that even he was ready to sacrifice his one and only child. Okay, so what do we learn from, and because and after telling that I'm going to make you the father of nations, okay, so as much as the number of stars are there in the sky, as many, so I'm going to make you the father for so many people, right? Father of nations, not a nation, not a family, nations, right? So that was, and God also credited him, credited it to him, okay, as righteousness, because Abraham just believed the Lord. Okay, he did not question about his health. He did not ask any further question. How is it possible? I'm only a human being. I don't have superpowers, and I'm like maybe 100 years old now, and how is it possible? And all those things he didn't ask. So God credited it to him as righteousness. Okay. What is happening here in this situation? God is asking Abraham to take his eyes off the present situation, okay, and look towards the heaven, okay, and dream beyond. Okay, so look at the purpose that God is giving to Abraham. Okay, he is asking him to dream beyond and look at a larger, a bigger purpose that is bigger than him and his family. Okay, so God is asking him to look beyond the issues that Abraham might have at that point in time. He really wants to take him to a destiny that God really wants to give him. Okay, so we need to have a greater purpose. All of us have sort of purpose. Some of us are going as life is leading a monotonous life. Some of us are struggling, and some of us have directions. Each one is different according to their level of understanding, according to their level of resources, the thinking levels, and where they want to be according to their planning. According to their planning, people go in different directions, right? But why is it important to have a greater purpose, or why is it important to dream beyond ourselves? Okay, during our prayer a few years ago, we were part of a bigger worship team wherein we used to worship and pray, spend a lot of time in the presence of Lord. And those times the revelations were different for us. So my husband used to see a lot of visions, open visions and closed eyes vision, and a lot of experiences in the heaven. And then I'm more of an auditory person. I'm more of a intuition or discernment and wisdom, spirit-led, more of a listening person. And then I was asking the Lord, what is it, that one thing that you want me to learn through all this experience that we are trying to spend a lot of time? I'm more of a practical person, how to apply the word and how to transform. So in a very auditory voice, God told me about the 2 commandments that Jesus said: love the Lord your God, and love your neighbor as yourself. I was thinking, oh my God, people are just preaching for hours and hours and hours, and I'm just getting these 2 scriptures, but it is the crux of the whole Bible, right? And later on, after a few years, I heard the same thing from a confirmation from several other preachers. Okay, so God is calling us to come out of our and also in this example, right? In this example, God is saying that to telling Abraham that come out of your habitat, okay? Come out of the cultural frills, get out of the patterns and the comfort zone, and then I will make you a great nation, okay? If you see a little bit of history, that Abraham was not a Jew, okay? And Abraham was called out of his genetic disposition that he would come as a nation. Okay. You are called to be a nation. It has definitions and parameters. When God said to Abraham that I'm going to make you a nation, it was not a joke. It had parameters. It had definitions. Okay. And here there is no condition for receiving the blessings. Okay. So you can relate this to yourself today for your present situation as well. I'm going to come there in a bit, okay? And God has found some glory in Abraham. God called him out of his natural situation, out of his natural circumstances, the comfort zone, okay? At times it's really required, because what happens within our comfort zone, people have accused us, people have put limitations on us. Oh yeah, you have started a business today, perhaps it will take 3 years for that to, as that's the standard norm. It's going to take 3 years for you to pick even break even, or for the business to pick up. Or you just started as a fresher and it's going to take at least 5 years for you to get into a managerial role or a leadership role. So there are norms and conditions based on what we see, touch, feel, and see. There are norms and conditions, definitions and parameters are laid around you, okay? But we are called to live out of the box, okay? All those norms as per the worldly standards is good for us to know and understand, but God is calling us to step out, to live outside the box, okay? So when God told him, there was Abraham to step out of his natural habitat, there was a reason behind it, okay? Perhaps Abraham would not have done what he had done if he was in the same place, okay? And he was not only a blessing for many, but he was the father of nations. He was a blessing to so many nations, okay? So at times we got to step out of our comfort zone. We got to just shake off all the limitations that we ourselves have put on ourselves, or the limitations that the people have put on ourselves, and a subtle belief, oh, this is not going to pick up unless until I do certain marketing strategy, unless until I do certain branding, unless until I do this, that. So we put definitions and meaning for everything that we do, and we believe, and then we create the same thing, what we believe is what we are creating, okay? So each one of us called to be unique. We all have different unique expressions, okay? If you've attended the Passion Recipes workshop, you would have found out how many different interests you all have, and the curiosities, the passion that you have, and how you can stack them together and to come out with a unique expression and find out what is your purpose, what is your actual purpose, okay? Today you might be doing something to earn or generate income for your family or for yourself, okay? But it could be monotonous and boring. You might feel stuck. If you're doing and there is no improvement, if you're doing something that is not aligned with your purpose, because the power is in your purpose. The moment you realize that you are called, you have a unique expression, what is it that you got to find out, and that using that your passion, using your curiosities, if you're going to find out the purpose, what is it that you are made up of, what you are capable of, what is your skills and talents, where is your natural inclination to do what is it, what is that one thing that you really want to do. And once you find that out, go after it little by little, even it helps. right? Once you go after that, you will have fulfillment in life. There will not be any blockage, but there will be flow, and there will be alignment of resources for you.